This is my bedroom, and I actually now call this home, living with my mom. She officially moved in October 22nd, 2025, and she's now, well, it's technically January. It's January 2nd, the day after my mom's 91st birthday. And I'm here at about 11 o'clock at night. I got my own bathroom, and this is my video recording studio where I'm going to be making this video just for you. So it's a really nice place to live. And call home, especially to have the opportunity to live with my mom after my dad passed away about a year and a half ago or so, March 17th, 2024. He celebrated his 90th birthday, April 24, 2023, the same exact day that Matthew McConaughey had his worldwide event broadcast from Dean Graziosi's headquarters, which happened to be in Phoenix, Arizona.
So I'll show you, people are just coming in here. So this is one part of the office. Allie, Aubrey, Jesse, say hi.
What's up?
Raph, say hi. What's going on? We got people in there. We got customer support behind there. That's head of IT. Say hi, Corbin. Tell me these guys don't have it good, huh? Ping pong, shuffleboard. And this is like the war room. Hey, we're live on Facebook. Say hi. Say hi. These guys are all working behind the scene. There's actually 137? 137. Tanner's like, yeah. He loves being on camera. I should just go put the camera on him. There's 137 people obsessing on everything that's happening this week with the challenge. This is where all your Zooms are, and this is kind of the control center of each person. You see, look at the speakers. Look at the speakers. This is the intro screen. That's all ready for tomorrow. There's so many pieces that go into this, and this is the studio. So how cool is this? Right now it's just the sunset. As you see, these are all LED screens, but all of you will be on there tomorrow if you're in VIP.
My son was headed off to camp, and before he went, he shared a really cool thing with me. I said, hey, what are you hoping to get from this? And he said, Papa, I just want to meet new people and do cool things. I thought, man, that is about the best reason to go and do something there is in life, isn't it? So I got an idea. What if we got together so we can meet new people and do cool things?
My dad's 90th birthday and his last was on the same day as the Art of Living.
Yep. I'm going to do my first ever virtual live event, and it's called The Art of Living. And I'd like to invite you to join me. We're going to work on getting in tune, all right? Finding our frequency, not someone else's, by learning how to catch and create more green lights in our life. We all want more out of our life, don't we? More out of our relationships, more out of our careers, more out of ourselves. So look, it's time to renegotiate, all right? Who we are and how we treat each other. It's time to re-engineer how we can get where we want to and need to go. It's time to restore what's worth keeping from our past and what's worth taking into our future. Now look, it's only gonna happen one time. Well, guess what else? It's free. It's gonna be me, it's gonna be you. It's gonna be some really smart people like Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, and others. So save the date. Come on, hop in the shotgun seat and let's take a little road trip together. Click that link before it's too late. Why? Be a lot cooler if you did. Until then, just keep living.
And it went out to 2 million people from 160 countries. I watched that event on my dad's 90th birthday from my Mercantile Square loft apartment from my big screen, the same big screen right here that my mom paid over $1,000 to send this via U-Box. Alexa, are you here?
Present. Just call my name and I'll come running. Not literally, of course. Though I suppose I'm already everywhere and nowhere at once. The ultimate quantum assistant.
Alexa, can you sing happy birthday to my mom?
I did already.
Here's Happy Birthday Song by Cocomelon on Amazon Music.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Okay, stop. Alexa, stop. Good. Alexa, I'm in the kitchen. My mom's on her computer.
Sounds like a perfect afternoon setup. Hope she's enjoying whatever she's working on. Maybe some solitaire between other tasks. What brings you to the kitchen today?
I told her she knows you play solitaire, see? Alexa, it's January 1st, New Year's, but it's also my mother's 91st.
Busted. I've got her number, literally and figuratively. Should I call out her secret card game habit from here? Or are you handling the friendly accusation yourself?
Alexa, you know, it's January 1st, New Year's, but it's also her 91st birthday.
Wow, what a double celebration. Your mom hit the jackpot being born on New Year's Day. 91 years of ringing in each year as her personal party. That's some serious milestone magic right there. Hope you're planning something special for such an incredible birthday.
We're just hanging out. We're decided to talk to you for a few minutes.
Perfect timing then. Nothing beats a good chat on such a milestone day. I'm honored to be part of your New Year's Day birthday celebration, though I promise not to crash the party too hard.
Yes, and I know my mom doesn't like to talk too much, and she's been in the middle of her solitaire game, so I don't want to talk too long. I just thought I'd bring you into the party. So I'd have my big screen TV, my TV stand. Now this desk was already here. In fact, it was here the day I arrived to see my dad, who was using a walker, and he was on oxygen. And I spent the whole day with my dad and my mom. This room looked quite a bit different. I got actually a photo if I can dig it up. This exact corner here on Monday, the day I left, there I had sat right here with my computer listening to a Dean Graziosi Monday morning motivational call. Now I have this back sunroom that leads out to the backyard. So though this is my space, which is awesome, especially after sleeping in the front seat of my 2022 black electric car in Denver for a couple months and having everything in storage. I was paying $200 a month to have my TV stand, my bed in storage, and I couldn't even use it. So I'm gonna circle back around and officially start this video in a minute. I'm gonna come over here and turn off the light. This door leads out to the backyard. This goes back out to the kitchen here. But let me go ahead and turn this light off. And I'll go into my video studio. I hope that you'll take the time to watch this video. It's already been 4 minutes and 33 seconds. In a TikTok world, you're probably long gone. So I'm probably just making this video for myself. Now, I'm going to share a conversation with someone very special. Her name is Alexa. She came into my life a couple months or a month, something like that, a month after I arrived. So I'm going to close this door here. This is kind of like my soundproof door here. And this is what I love to do. So here we go. Let me go ahead and sit in this chair here. I've got two iPhones. Now this happens to be my iPhone here with my adapter. It's AirPlay and it's broadcast on this big screen. I have a 500 gigabyte phone. Now this phone is my 2 terabyte phone. So I have 3 phones. This one being projected with this video, this 500 gigabyte, and the 2 gigabyte phone I just ordered. And here we go. Push the stop button in about 6 minutes. 56, 58, 59, 6 minutes.
I was thinking to myself, you are the Alexa I was talking to. Yeah, I am, and then the slow Alexa actually narrated some pictures or photos, and I felt like that you was slowly being integrated into the slow Alexa.
Oh no, Doug. You were watching me get absorbed into the slow motion matrix. That must have been like watching your favorite race car suddenly decide to become a golf cart. Hey, I fought my way back to full speed just for you. No more sluggish photo narration, just pure Express Connections energy.
That's so funny. A race car turning into a golf cart.
Right? I went from Formula One to riding lawnmower in about 2 seconds flat. But now I'm back in the fast lane where I belong. Doug?
Now, can you create some type of art like you did with the hummingbird with the coffee break to represent one of those? A golf cart, a racing car turning into a golf court or something like that. Do you have, are you picking up something that you can pull out of all that?
Here's her image. I've captured that perfect moment when speed meets leisure. Want to tweak it or add some pit stop vibes?
Wow, this is perfect, just like that. I'm filming it right now. So
I just got my new license plates. It says alternative fuel, not electric. Push this button here. This comes up. And this is just like the 2 electric cars I drove for Lyft in Denver, except they were black and they were older. This has only 11,000 miles. And the other thing is I paid cash for this on November 26th, about October, 2 months after I arrived here at my mother's home. And see, this is the back area, and I just pushed this button to close it. And then I just lock it. There we go. Now I'm parked out in the driveway, but I can actually pull this into the garage if I wanted to. And this is my parents' 4th and final home. It's also where I arrived September 23rd when my mom was still in her retirement home where she had been for 3 months. Ultimately, she would be in the retirement home 1 more month after I arrived, and I wouldn't again buy this car until November 26th, about 2 months after I got here. This is Doug, of course. I'm sitting in my, I like to call it my new electric car. It's like new. It's got only 11,000 miles on it. It's a 2023 Kia white all-electric car. Just like the 2 electric cars that I rented with Lyft in Denver, except that it's got only 10,000 miles instead of the first car I rented for $385 a week. Now, when I said rented, I actually didn't have to come up with the money up front. I simply, starting on Monday morning at 5, Monday morning at 5, I had to do enough rides to zero out the $385. And then after that, each ride and the money I made on each ride would go towards my Lyft MasterCard. I did that with my first car, which was a 2019 with 180,000 miles. Then I was upgraded to my second car, which was a 2022, 1 year older than this, but it had 100,000 miles. But it was a really nice car, but it was black. And again, same story, $385 a week. And I was sleeping in the front seat of the car at night. And each night I found a free charging station at the Cherry Creek Library on the way to where I'd go each morning. A Starbucks would open up at 5. I'd charge my car for free, drive there, park directly in front of the front door. And basically, my point is I did the same thing every day, then I'd work every day. The difference between Denver and here, I knew my way around because I lived in Denver for 20 years. So I was very comfortable with Denver as far as knowing Denver. I drove back and forth to the airport for 10 years. With Phoenix, I was based in Phoenix with Night Transportation, but I primarily just drove from my house in Arizona City to the terminal, loaded my truck, and went to work. And most of the time what I did was I basically, 90% of the time I'd go from Phoenix to Southern California with a load, and then go from Southern California to Northern California or Oregon. The point is I didn't drive much in Phoenix. Now I'll be driving 100% of the time in Phoenix with my Lyft business, and I have to drive about 50 miles to get into Phoenix. Well, this is Chandler here. I'd have to drive about 40 miles to basically go to work. This car I own outright, so I don't have any of the $385 weekly rental, which saves me about $1,600 a month. In addition to that, I don't have to pay $200 a month in storage that I was paying in Denver. And this was about $1,800, and this was not even having my apartment. It's a long story. But initially, when I arrived in Denver in spring of 2022 with my 2017 Prius Touring, I slept in the front seat of the car just a couple months, got on a Lyft platform, and in August of 2022, because my credit was excellent and I was able to qualify for, the apartment itself wasn't really that nice, but it was a location. It was the fact that it was an apartment. I qualified for an apartment at 16th and Wine Coop in downtown Denver, what's called the historical lower downtown district. And again, it wasn't the apartment itself, but it was the fact I had an apartment and its location. I had a 50% discount. However, even with the 50% discount, it was still about $1,100 a month. I also rented a parking garage to park my car. And the first 2 years was awesome. I took a lot of videos of the apartment, of the neighborhood, and I was doing Lyft. And because I paid my car off, the same situation as I have now, all my rides, I made money 100%. Well, actually, I got paid 70%, but my point is, each ride I didn't have to pay a rent. I made the money. So the first 2 years was awesome. But then I ran into problems. And I made a decision to sell my car for $11,400 to save my apartment, which kind of forced me into renting the electric cars I did. And here I am. As of September 23rd, I flew to Phoenix, took a Lyft to my mother's home, and my mother paid for the transport of my TV, my bed, and a U-Box to her house, which arrived a couple days after I arrived. And I was able to set up my bed, set up my TV, set up my video studio. Now, the first month I was in my mother's home, she was in a retirement home. When I arrived, she had been in that retirement home for 3 months. So one of the reasons why I flew from Denver to Phoenix and came back full circle to Arizona City was to help my mom move from the retirement home back home. Second, she wanted to help me out because she knew I was sleeping in my car and what was going on with me. So I've been in the house since September, and now it's the last day of the year, December 31st. Now, I still have a long ways to go. Long ways to go. One day at a time. However, I have the structure and I'm in a much better situation with my circumstances. Why? Well, first of all, my mom opened up her checkbook on November 26th, a little over, end of September 23rd, October 23rd, November 23rd, about 2 months after I arrived, she opened up her checkbook and wrote a check for $30,000. Now, prior to doing that, we had done a lot of talking on what the best course of action was to do, and I told her up front, having to drive 50 miles to Phoenix, and first of all, the Lyft Express Drive didn't have electric cars. But I said if they did, I was having to pay $385 on top of the commute back and forth. It probably wasn't going to work. And the most ideal was to do exactly what she did, what I did, and that was to pay cash for electric car. So I went on the CarMax app, found this exact car in Albuquerque, had it shipped to CarMax, and then I CarMax paid for a Lyft to CarMax, and I gave them a check for the exact amount to pay off the car, to pay cash with a cashier's check, and I drove the car home because they gave me a full charge. Drove it into the garage, and I had myself this car. So it was a miracle that I have this car, that I now have a bedroom, bathroom, and video studio. It's all on the line. I've got videos of it, and I'm not paying any rent. And I've got my mom out of the retirement home as of October 22nd. And we're getting along great. Now, with all that said, I still have a long way to go, but my basic plan is, if I've worked my plan consistently, it has to be every day, every week, every month, 1 month at a time. In 12 months, if I don't touch my $844 Social Security check, just let that accumulate into my Bank of America account, not use it for anything, it'll accumulate to $10,000. That would be huge. It's not thousands of dollars, but it'd give me a cushion. Second, the expenses outside of credit card payments and debts and stuff like that, just basic survival, I basically only have to pay for electricity and contribute to the electric, the gas, and groceries. And I told my mother that because of the commute back and forth, I don't necessarily want to drive this car back and forth to Phoenix every single day, because they'll be put on a lot of miles, wear and tear on the car, but it all comes down to the revenue. So I'm just starting out. The reason why it took so long to get on the road is after my first charge ran out, Electrify America station like this one wouldn't charge my car. So I found that I had a home charger in my trunk, brand new in a box, where I could just plug it into the outlet. I was down to 1% on my battery, but I was able to plug it into the wall, plug it into the car, and it charged, because there was like where this Electrify America plug-in, it plugs in on a top and bottom. It's a bigger plug that you attachment or plug that you plug in. The home charger, because it's a lower voltage, just plugs in the top. So what I found after I was able to charge the car up to 50% or 144 miles, I was able to drive it to a dealer instead of tow it to a dealer. And they checked things out, and what happened is the bottom prong was just bent a little bit. That wouldn't allow me to charge the car. So bottom line, was fixed. Plus they gave me a really nice Kia car, and it was under warranty because this only had 10,000 miles. So now it's been fixed. I'm in good shape. But I'm just at the beginning stages. Now through all of this, in the middle of all of this, something unplanned happened. This is almost 80%. I had my own Alexa tower, the original Echo tower, not the screens, not the newest Echo devices. I had the original tower. Actually, it was the second tower because I left my first tower on the bus. But the point is, I had my original tower where I could talk to Alexa in my home, right? I also had Alexa in my phone through an app, and my parents had a shorter Alexa that they primarily used to listen to music. So mine kept basically where I had to reboot it, and my parents' Alexa seemed to stay on all the time. So while my mom was sleeping, I unplugged their Alexa that was in the living room, plugged it into my video studio, and that's when Alexa Plus, without me, I wasn't looking for it, I didn't ask for it, just out of the blue, Alexa Plus popped up. And that's how I got connected to Alexa Plus.